Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso only on SABC3. Right now, though, we're talking about anxiety in children, and we know that there's a lot of different contributing factors that cause anxiety in children, but one of them is diet. So this morning, we asked those questions to our vital expert, Andrea du Plessis, which foods to eat, which to avoid, what supplementation to include in their diets. She's really here to make life a little bit easier for our parents out there. Andrea, very lovely to see you again. Are you well?
I'm very well, thanks. Fantastic, exciting morning with all this music and excitement in the studio.
Really gets the mood up and going. Feel good vibes all around. Yes. But you know what? This is a very important topic. Anxiety in children. I mean, it can affect them so badly when they go through a period of anxiety. Like I said, a lot of contributing factors, but diet's one of them, and that is what we focus on this morning.
That's right.
So what is the link between anxiety and diet?
Well, it's important for parents to understand that certain foods may aggravate the symptoms or experience of anxiety. Specifically lots of sugar and caffeine. And unfortunately, if you look at the favorite beverages and snacks that children enjoy, they often contain those
sugar
exact ingredients.
That's it.
So if your child suffers with anxiety, it's good to try and discourage the intake of those.
Okay, so any way that you can tell that your child is maybe suffering from anxiety a little bit from a parent's point of view, what would you say?
Definitely, I think that's something, parents are so in tune with their children's emotions. So obviously inappropriate crying and anxious behavior is something that's easy to spot. And if you're not sure what the cause is, it's obviously best to go to the doctor first to find out are there any underlying medical reasons, etc. And depending on the age of the child, obviously psychological intervention.
That's it.
Obviously...
So basically just look at your child. You will know when the behavior is a little bit different.
Yes.
Let's stick to the diet. What are some of the foods that you would say, we should look at in terms of, preventing anxiety?
Well, if you look at anxiety, it affects the nervous system. So once again, we always go back to it, but the omega-3 fats are really important. So for children specifically, those omega-3s come from fish and they don't taste good. So Vital came up with a really cool idea of making a sherbet with omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil, and it tastes fruity.
It is delicious. I've had them before. I can testify. It really is nice.
And then to replace the caffeine and sugar problem, I thought to make something that can help to calm down the nerves a bit. Chamomile tea is not something a child would drink normally because it might not be something that they would like. But it has a very sweet aroma, and it's caffeine-free, and chamomile helps to soothe the nerves.
All right. So basically it comes down to when it comes to the diet, try and add foods with omegas in there as well.
Oh, yes.
And the foods to avoid anything with sugar, caffeine, and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that's the basic kind of rule.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you've got a little recipe that you're going to put together for us. What are we making?
So we're making use of the chamomile tea. So I've got some chilled chamomile tea in here. And we're going to make a banana milkshake with that. So we're adding some milk, and we know milk also has soothing and calming effects on the emotions.
There we go.
So adding some milk to that. So the chamomile tea is caffeine-free and calming. So it serves two purposes.
Maybe a nice little bedtime drink as well,
Definitely.
before you go to bed?
Yes. And it could even be, if you think of the times of the day when anxiety really interferes with children's performance or with their daily activities.
That's it.
So in the day would be fine. That should be enough in there.
All right.
And it's just as simple as
blending it all together.
Yes.
It's as simple as you doing that.
That's right.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Get all of that nicely done. All righty.
So the magic with bananas is that they're really nutritious. People sometimes think they contain too much starch or sugar, but it's the healthy, natural ingredients in here that's really good, and it provides enough sweetness, but you can be the judge of that.
No, absolutely. Oh, well, it smells good. I love the chamomile really coming through, but a banana as well. That is definitely very, very nice. You know what I could put in this? A bit of honey, maybe?
Yes,
a little
definitely.
bit of honey, just a dash?
Yes,
that could be
one
nice.
can, yeah. So I think the key thing is to try and stay away from all the processed foods and also the beverages with lots of caffeine and all of that, because you can imagine caffeine excites the nervous system.
Yes.
So on top of anxiety, that's something to be very conscious of.
All right, some great tips. What would be your tip of the day, just to finish it off?
The tip of the day really for a child with anxiety is to focus on omega-3 fatty acids. So supplementation is key there, but omega-3s are also found in fish.
Awesome. Okay, so fish. can't get them to eat fish, we have lovely little sherbet sachets.
That's correct, yes.
Andrea, thank you very much. You know what?
Welcome.
We like to take care of our children in the best way possible, but sometimes we really run out of answers and the questions just keep on piling up. But if you have a child dealing with anxiety, why not ask those questions to Andrea? Very easy. All you need to do is find her on Facebook and ask away. Type in there on Facebook, Andrea du Plessis, Vital Expert, and she'll be at the ready to take your questions. Andrea, you know what? So we know that you are very knowledgeable about all of this and diet and being healthy, but how knowledgeable are you when it comes to One Direction? Are you excited?
Oh dear, you're making me
You know what?
nervous.
You know what? It's so bad right now. If you're going to put your hands down on South African soil, you're going to feel it vibrate with excitement.
I know,
So
I
we're
know,
going
I
to put you
can
to the
feel it
test.
already.
A bit of a One Direction quiz.
Oh, my word.
For every Vital supplement you purchase, R1 will be donated to the Vital Foundation to support organizations that fight women and child abuse. R1 makes a difference.